thank you for coming tonight. We will start off tonight. We have a swearing-in ceremony. I'm not sure how many we have here. So if Judge Brown would come up, please, and those that will be sworn in. I don't have to be sworn in again, do I? Third time's charm.
Want everybody? Just the ones on there. They just want to re-elect.
For the record, we did this on Friday. We want to do the official night again, so. I, Lloyd Holcomb Jr. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Arkansas. I will faithfully discharge the duties as Alderman for the First Ward in the city of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So help me God. Congratulations, Alderman. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Arkansas. And I will faithfully discharge the duties of City Clerk, Alderman for the City of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, County of Jefferson. So help me God. Congratulations.
The Pine Bluff City Council meeting of January the 7th, 2013 is hereby called to order. At this time, may we have roll call, please?
Alderman Barnett.
Here.
Alderman Eastwood.
Here.
Alderman Steph.
Here.
Alderwoman Walker. Alderman Boyd.
Here.
Alderman Brown.
Here.
Alderman Mays.
Here.
Alderman Hope.
Here.
Thank you. Do each of the alderpersons have a copy of the last? Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. At this time, it's been moved and second that the minutes of January the 17th has been read and approved. All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Be noted that no opposed.
December, you said January.
Oh, this is, yeah, right, December, hello. December the 17th, 2012. This is January. Thank you. All. No opposition? It passed. Since this is the beginning of the year, we have our committees were assigned tonight, or I should say that our alderpersons chose the committees in which they wanted to chair and participate with. So we did the meeting, the choosing tonight, and I'd like to say the process started with the senior alderperson, and if you'll see how they're all sitting now, that's according to seniority. So we have Bill Brummett to my right, Wayne Easterly to my left, then we have George Steps, Thelma Walker, we have Charles Boyd, Glenn Brown, Stephen Mays, and Lloyd Holcomb, and that is in the arrangement of their seniority. Just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that, since everybody kind of switched sides. So with that, you will see a list, they're behind us here, of the different alderpersons and the committees in which they will be chairing or setting on. So if you have any questions, you can reach that individual, that alderperson. Next, we'll have Ways and Means, Ordinance and Resolutions.
Ordinances and resolutions, as you'll see on the list over there, are made up of the 3 senior members of the council each year. That'd be myself, Alderman Easterly, and Alderman Steps. Basically, our role is to review the agenda as presented and see the order that things will be processed at the meeting tonight. First thing I'd like to do is make a motion that we adopt the committee assignments as on the board in the back of the room. Second.
Okay. Motion has been made and second that we adopt the committees as presented on the board. Any discussion? I hear no discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passed, 8-0.
Mayor, the Ordinance and Resolutions Committee met prior to the meeting. Number 1 is referred back to committee. It will not be handled tonight. Numbers 2 and 3 will be, number 2 will be read for the 3rd time, 3 for the 2nd time, 4 for the 2nd time, 5 for the 2nd time, and 6 for the 2nd time. Resolution number 7 has been pulled and referred back to committee. Then we'll process resolutions number 8 and number 9 in that order.
Anything else? That's all. Okay. Ways and Means?
Yes, ma'am. You have one item in your packet. There's a budget adjustment for $31,025. It's to fund 3 years of high-speed internet service connection of the police department with the district courts and regional jail. This is to provide connectivity for all the police cars as they're working out in the area in the city, where they can access information back to the jail, to the district courts, and it's almost going to be where they can do it instantaneously. It'll be a huge benefit to our police department. The total amount's $31,025, and this money is coming from the jail funds, which are monies that are collected for the jails. So I move we accept this budget adjustment from the police department. Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we adopt the budget adjustment, the funds for the internet service, that the funding's provided from the jail fund. Any discussion? Okay, I hear no discussion. All in favor of this, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries 8-0.
Mayor, I move that the bills that the city owes be paid. Second.
It's been moved and properly second that the bills of the city be paid. All in favor of this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Motion carries 8-0.
That concludes my reports.
Thank you, Alderman Brummett. Okay. We'll move on to ordinances, please. Number 2.
Okay, we have an ordinance authorizing employees and officials to be reimbursed for gratuities added to meal charges when on city business, up for the 3rd and final reading.
An ordinance authorizing employees and officials to be reimbursed for gratuities added to meal charges when on city business.
Move for adoption. Second.
Okay. It's been properly moved and second that the ordinance for, let me get this in front of me. An ordinance adopting revised policies for the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department. Oh, sorry. I don't have to. Thank you. Here we go. I'll read that again. An ordinance authorizing employees and officials to be reimbursed for gratitudes added to the meal charges when on city business. Any discussion?
Yes, I do. I totally disagree with this ordinance because what gratuities is being repaid for tips. The taxpayers are going to pay the city officials back for tips when they go to a restaurant, up to 15%. And I personally don't think that the taxpayers should, from the taxpayers' money, should be done that way. That's my opinion. And gratuities, if you look it up, it means tips. I think someone need a brown bag or eat a little lighter or something like that, personally. I'm just looking out for the taxpayers at this time.
Okay.
Good old state.
Any further discussion?
I thought it was for our expense going to different, I didn't think it was for tips.
Well,
Not
it's,
for tips. They might have misworded it, I thought.
It's for tips.
Was it for tips?
Tips.
it is.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
During the meeting, when you're on city business,
Yeah.
you're exactly right. City business, not when we just out and about. When you're on city business, we on official business for the city.
My thing is this, if we do this, they're gonna have receipts coming from everywhere. More money back, reimbursed, finding receipts.
Just vote. A vote.
Okay. Any other discussion?
City business. Yeah.
Okay. All in favor of this ordinance, say aye. Opposed?
No.
All right. 7 in favor and 1 against.
Mayor, we have an ordinance adopting revised policies for the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department up for the second reading.
An ordinance adopting revised policies for the policy, procedures, and guidance manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department.
Place it on the calendar. We have an ordinance adopting a revision to section 105.03 of the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department up for the second reading.
An ordinance adopting a revision to section 105.03 of the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department.
Place it on the calendar. We have an ordinance adopting a revision to the preface of the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department up for the second reading.
An ordinance adopting a revision to the preface of the policy, procedures, and guidelines manual for the Pine Bluff Fire Department.
Place it on the calendar. We have an ordinance adopting the 2012 edition of the International Existing Building Code up for the second reading.
An ordinance adopting the 2012 edition of the International Existing Building Code.
Place it on the calendar. We have a resolution appointing Alderwoman Thelma Walker to the Advertising and Promotion Commission.
Whereas Alderwoman Irene Holcomb has served the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission as one of the 2 members who must be a member of the governing body of the City of Pine Bluff. Because she has chosen to retire from her position on the Pine Bluff City Council, she must vacate her position on the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission. And whereas the City Council of the City of Pine Bluff desires to select Alderwoman Thelma Walker to serve on the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission, subject to council approval. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, that the City Council of the City of Pine Bluff's selection of Alderwoman Thelma Walker to serve at the will of the council on the Pine Bluff Advertising and Promotion Commission is hereby approved and confirmed.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and properly second that Alderwoman Thelma Walker to be appointed to the Advertising and Promotion Commission. Any discussion?
Traditionally, this position is done by seniority, but the 2 senior people above me did not want it, so that's how it happened.
Thank you for the clarification. That's good. Okay, let's, all in favor? Excuse me.
I was just going to say that, you know, this commission is very, very important in that it handles the so-called hamburger and hotel motel tax. It has nothing to do with the day-to-day running of the convention center. It's just the approval of the budget that, where the monies are to go that are allocated from the receipts of the hamburger and hotel motel taxes. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take this to a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? 0. Carries 8-0. I didn't hear you say it again. 7-0. Oh, thank you, 7-0.
Is it 7?
All right.
We have a resolution providing for placement of costs of correcting certain nuisances on the tax books as delinquent taxes and collected as such.
Whereas ACA 1454-903 and ordinances number 4669 and 4968 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, empower and authorize the city to give property owners the required notice to correct certain nuisances created by the uses of the property is put to, and whereas the City Council has determined that proper notice was given to the property owners listed below, advertising that the certain nuisances existed thereon and should have been corrected, and the city corrected it. And whereas the assessment shall be by the governing body of the municipal corporation, and whereas it is desired that the same be certified to the county clerk and tax collector of Jefferson County, Arkansas, and by him placed on the tax books as delinquent taxes and collected accordingly, and the amount less 3% thereof when collected shall be paid to the municipal corporation by the county tax collector. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Section 1, that the below listed property owner shall be assessed according to the above referenced statute and ordinances, and the same shall forthwith be certified to the county clerk and the tax collector of Jefferson County, Arkansas, as provided by the law, to the end that the amounts so certified shall be placed on the tax books and collected in the same manner as any and all other delinquent taxes are collected. And the property descriptions are listed on pages 2 through 21.
Move for adoption.
Okay, it's been, excuse
I'd
me.
like to amend that motion. We have 3 properties where they have been removed from that lien, and you should have a copy of it before you.
Second.
Okay, motion has been amended and properly second that we remove the 3 locations that has been submitted. Any discussion on this? Okay. Duly noted. All in favor of the motion or the resolution, the motion to adopt the resolution of providing placement of cost of correcting certain nuances on tax books as delinquent taxes and collected as such. All in favor?
We're voting on the amendment.
Okay, the amendment first. Okay. Sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And then I move that we adopt the original as amended. Second.
Okay. The original amendment, providing placement of cost on correcting certain nuances on tax books as delinquent taxes and collected as such. Any discussion on the original motion? Okay. All in favor? Say aye. Opposed? All right. Motion passed. That concludes our, sorry?
Before you do that, I would like to, the council to go into executive session for the purpose of talking about personnel issues.
Second.
Okay.
To discuss personnel issues.
It needs to be a little bit more specific.
Mr. Stepps, more specific as it relates to what personnel?
To the interim police chief position.
We can't hear back here.
For the purpose of discussing the personnel interim police chief position.
Okay. We'll now adjourn.
Motion.
We are now reconvening from executive session where we went in to discuss personnel matters regarding the interim chief of police, Jeff Eubanks. And I'll have to say at this time, no decision.
But here's what we decided, that the issue would go to the administration committee, or the three, all the persons serve on that committee, and we're gonna ask the legal counsel to come in for clarification of the ordinance that's in place. And we're gonna do that expediently. We'll go to the administration committee. I head up the public administration committee, along with myself and Alderman Brahman and you're not on there. Holcomb and Easterly. And we will call a meeting real soon. Address the questions.
Okay, do you know when that might be? I mean,
It's gonna be real soon. I'm gonna work on it starting tomorrow, and I will let all of the council persons know. And along with the media.
Thank you, Alderman Steps.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe we have 4 speakers tonight. Am I correct on that?
you got dismissed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have a motion to adjourn the meeting tonight?
So moved.
So moved and second that, okay. To adjourn tonight, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Opposed? Thank you.